Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have round 7 of YCS Dortmund, and we have Batuan S on Blackwing versus Matthew C on Ishizu Tearlament. So, you know, we're seeing the standard Ishizu Tearlament, but going up against Blackwing. They're going to start off with that, I don't know these cards' names at all, but Banish, and then I'm pretty sure they get to go put Black Whirlwind from the deck into the spell and trap zone. Yeah, so maybe, I don't think Matthew would have anything to stop that with. And then you get to, like, extra normal summon out from hand. Wait, doesn't, oh, I guess he activated the one in hand and banished this one for cost. I was gonna say, because I think it summons itself out. And then Black Whirlwind is gonna search for that. And then, let's see. We're using a hand effect. Dude, they gotta change where the hands are, bro. What is that? Shamal, the Sandstorm? Oh, why is this bird so bad, though? No, I'm playing. But it's a tuner, level 4, 16 attack. You can send this card from your hand, field to graveyard, place 1 Black Feather Wing counter. Black Feather Whirlwind from your deck, face up, spell and trap zone. Yeah, I don't know that card. At least we're getting to show Blackwings off for the first time on the channel. I wanted to do this a while ago, but nobody on DB that plays this deck has... First of all, nobody plays this deck on DB and high rated. And second of all, anybody that does play this deck on DB probably just doesn't have a brain, as most Blackwing players don't. This card says, once per turn, if you special summon a Dark Synchro from the extract, except during the damage step, you can target one of your Blackwing monsters. Okay, we're on to the next one. Oh, I can't read that. What is the point of showing it off on the highlight? Is it because, like, is it for people that know what the card do? Like, that's what it is, right? It's for people that know what the card do, and they're just showing it off so that way you can tell what the art is. Because I don't even think a lot of people that would be watching the stream. I feel like most people that watch the stream, like half of them at least, aren't even competitive, and they just watch it because, like, oh, I'm on YouTube, or oh, I'm on Twitch, and here's this random stream, sure. Or they're like complete casuals, you know? They don't even know what these cards do. Yeah, so they're gonna summon Havness on that, Milkeldo, Mud, and Mystic Mine. So maybe playing the Mystic Mine build of Tearlament with like set rotation, Mine, Terraforming. Could play Metaverse, depending on how many Ishizu cards they play. They can also set Metaverse back from the graveyard. Okay, so does that dump from deck to Synchro? Is that what's happening right now? Alright, so they're going to read over everything, including the Zephyros. Okay, that one's a wild read. That one's a wild read. Maybe they want to read over it to make sure it doesn't have some extra Blackwing effect. Okay, no. Okay, dump from the deck, Synchro, into the Starlight. Oh no, they're asking what these Ishizus do. Please, even if you want to be a rogue player, you have to learn what the meta cards do. I also love it when people are like, oh, these meta decks are so broken, they're unbeatable, and then they're the kind of players that have to read what the cards do. I played against somebody and he goes, I hated Striker my entire life ever since it came out, and I went, I kid you not, Summon Ray. He goes, let me read real quick. How do you hate the deck, bro? You haven't even read it. You haven't even read it yet. Okay, so it looks like the continuous spell summons one back from graveyard whenever you Synchro. I didn't get to read all of it. See, now is when they should bring it up in the card highlight. Not the Blackwing Dragon. This card doesn't have an effect, right? Oh, I can't even read it. I might have to... Hold on. I have the Neuron app on my phone. I could just use that. Yeah, let's just use that. Okay. Oh, no, I don't think it's going to work. Wait, it should, right? Blackwing. Why are there so many Blackwing cards? Okay, so the continuous spell says once per turn, if you special summon a dark synchro monster from the extra deck, you target one of your Blackwing monsters or Blackwing dragon that's banished from your graveyard. Special summon that monster that has less attack than the special summon monster from the extra deck. Once per turn, if a dark monster you control will destroy a battle or card effect, you can remove one black feather counter from your field instead. Okay. Now they're gonna have. Okay, they're searching out the level 1. That one just summons itself. See Small World in the deck. They got hit with Magma Mutt on the level 2, and then they're gonna go search the trap. I wanna read this one too. The trap looks kind of important. If I can even find it. It's not black boost to draw 2. Oh, found it. Okay. This is Blackwing Twin Shadow. It says shuffle 2 of your Blackwing monsters, 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner that are banished from your graveyard into the deck extra deck, and special summon 1 Blackwing Synchro monster or 1 Blackwing dragon from your extra deck whose levels equal those 2. This is treated as a synchro summon. If you control 2 or more Blackwing monsters, you can activate this card from your hand. Sheesh! So it's not even a trap. You can use it to like extend too. I mean, bro, they're popping off. This looks cool. This looks cool. Even though I don't understand half of what's happening. Wait, is that not once per turn to summon back? Nah, I'm being lied to. Hold on. Yeah, once per turn. Okay. Wait. Oh, but they bounced it back with Zephyros and then reactivated it. And it's not a hard once per turn. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. So there's, and they said, put all those back. Someone said, do you honestly think there are 0 rogue decks at a XO and a 2,500 player YCS? Could be. There could be 0. It's not too impossible. Makes Muddy Mud Dragon. Yo, this is crazy. Then they're going to activate. Does that synchro burns, right, for removing a counter? Or does it prevent burning? I guess we'll look again. We'll look. Never mind, I can't find that card. Unfortunate. Makes Dragoon. It's a Dragoon without pops, though. A Dragoon with pops would be crazy turn 1. On like the Magma, pop it, pop Havness. Let's get those cards off. Just boom, get them off board. Get them out of here. And then they're going to activate the trap in response, chain, and then they're going to chain the Raid Raptor. What does the Raid Raptor do? The Raid Raptor says, if this card is in your hand or graveyard detached from material... Wait, this isn't hand trap. Okay, so now they're summoning out a Synchro 6. They have Kaijus in their deck. I guess maybe just one Kaiju for the Small World that I saw them play. So they're going to dump Steam the Cloak. Could use Steam the Cloak to tribute to summon out. It's not going to get a token when it's sent to grave. It has to be sent from field to grave. It needs to leave the field to grave to get the counter. So then they're going to activate Kelbeck to try to bounce back the Synchro when Steam the Cloak is dumped. Okay, so that's going to get bounced. Kelbeck comes out. Open triple hand trap, by the way. Just Magma Mutt, Kelbeck, Havness. Like, Havness didn't hit any tiers. So, I mean, it was 2 graveyard interruptions off of Havness. And it's not like you lost a card to do that. You just had to have the Havness go from in the field. I guess it's a good time to look up what that synchro does. I think I remember that synchro being a good one. Let me find it. Okay. You target 1 level 5 or higher wing beast monster in your graveyard, special summon it. That's already a pretty good first effect. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets only this card, or when your opponent targets this card for attack, you target one other Blackwing monster you control and switch it to that as the new target, as long as it's an appropriate target. Steam the Cloak, Tribute the Dragoon. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Not saying it's bad, because it might just be the right play. Who knows? Oh, they didn't use the Raid Raptor to negate. They used Dragoon to negate. Okay. And it was a good discard, because I'm pretty sure its graveyard effect lets it summon itself back out. Someone said you can still make the Kali YuGiOh. Jeez. Now, Steam the Cloak is a body on field, and it will be a body when it leaves the field. And Steam the Cloak actually does something else, right? Or has a clause on it or something, like if it's synchro, it needs to be used with another Blackwing. So if this card is special summoned this way, if this card summoned this way is used as a synchro material, all other synchro materials must be Blackwing. Okay, yeah. So they're gonna make the big synchro, and then they're gonna get Steam the Cloak token. Now the big synchro, the full armor master. It's unaffected by other card effects. Each time an opponent's monster activates an effect, you can put 1 wedge counter on it, or you have to. Max 1 counter after that effect resolves. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls with a wedge counter. Take control of it. Once per turn during your end phase, destroy all monsters on the field that have a wedge counter. Okay, so we're not able to put wedge counters on their field right now, so we can't take their stuff, is what I'm hearing. Passes. Why did he tribute Dragoon and not this guy? Is this guy an interruption? Guess let's look. There's like so many Blackwing cards too. I have to like scroll through an entire list of them. I'm not even seeing this one. No, I'm not seeing it. Oh, wait. I found it. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 card that mentions Blackwing Dragon from your deck to the hand, except for a copy of itself. You attribute 1 monster special and 1 Phantom Glimmer token. That's level 2, then you take 700 damage. You can add special on monsters from the extra for the rest of the turn, except for Synchro. So I looked down for a second. They went normal summon Cyberstein effect, pay 5,000 life points, go summon Kikalos, and then activate Kikalos effect to go search. So the synchro is unaffected, but the thing is, it doesn't actually seem like it does anything. It just has 3,000 defense. Doesn't actually have an effect. It's like the same as playing like Ignister. Like you just summon a 3,000 body that has no effect. Sometimes summon 4,000 that has no effect. Has an effect later on, just not right away. Activate Kikalos effect, summon out Rhino. And then Rhino 1, Kikalos 2, mill Scream, Haveness, Scream, merely instant fusion. And then we can go dump. So let's see. We haven't used any of the names yet. Yeah, so we have access to a few names here. Usually you never activate all 3 of them, like in the same chain, because you usually can't get like full value out of it, but a lot of the time you use 2 of them. Like you could use Shaylin, Merely, And you can make Garua. Oh, they're gonna use all three. Okay. So the first one's making Rukalos. And then the second one, do we make Kaleido? Do we make... Okay, so this is Kaleido. Bring that out. And then put back Miri, Cyberstein for Mud. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. That's pretty good value if you ask me. We get Kaleido effect here to spin. Guess they do need to put up a body big enough to beat over the Synchro. If they play Gigantic, then they can Gigantic just out it. Okay, and they're gonna put a wedge counter on the Kaleido. Make Abyss Dweller. Oh, that works too. You can just make Dweller, so that way Rukalos gains 500. So that way it's at 35. You can just beat over. So battle phase, beat over full Armor Master, because at 35. And then Elf beat over the token. Yeah, let's see, it doesn't go to grave. They're gonna activate Druid's Worm before, once they're at 0 monsters, it's no longer a quick effect. So banish to summon, attack over. I think that's 13 damage. 22, 25, game. Sheesh. Wow. Alright. Going on into the next game now. So tier 1 game 1. Game 2, we're going to get to see Blackwings decide. Blackwings will most likely just be deciding to go first here again. So normal summon, effect to go search. That goes through. It's probably no Havness. They're going to grab the bird. Just reading over it. I know what that card does now. Then they're going to activate the bird effect to go put the spell face up. I forget the name of it. Like the feathered wing or something. Black feather winged. And then bring out the level 2. Gotta read over that one. Should have read over this one last game. I wish it was as easy to find cards on this as it was on DB. On DB, you can like type in like the stats and stuff. But if you control a Blackwing monster other than Blackwing or another copy of itself, you can summon it from the hand. You can only special summon once per turn that way. During your main phase, you can send this card on the field to the graveyard alongside with one other non-tuner Blackwing monster from your deck. So that way the total levels equals exactly 8. And if you do special one Blackwing dragon from your extra deck, you can ask special one from the rest of the. You can ask special one from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except for dark monsters. Okay. So then they synchroed into that, and now they're gonna Kelbeck bounce back the synchro because a card was sent from deck to grave. Oh, wait, you can send... Oh, I like that. That's what happened game 1, then. That's how they sent the 2 and 4. So now, Kelbeck effect will activate to bounce. I think they're... Yeah, they were just asking exactly what Kelbeck did. So then that card brings itself out. I feel like it's not that card that brings itself out. It's the other level 2, right? Let me find that one now. So I don't think that level 2... Let's see. When this card's normal summon... No, I was gonna say, I don't think that card does anything. It just changes levels. Oh, so they're gonna Kelbeck and Magma Mutt. So you're gonna get hit with double hand trap here. Okay, so summon, banish, Kelbeck, bounce. I guess they're just... Yeah, I was going to say they were taking a little bit to think about how that chain's going to go through. Activate Magma Mutt's on-field effect to search for a dragon from the deck or graveyard during the end phase. Someone said his mannerisms are so annoying, holy. What does that even mean? Mannerism? Is that like manners? It's not manners. You would have just said manners. I don't know. People think like grabbing your opponent's graveyard is like bad manners, and it's not. Like I don't know. Like, what do you want me to do? Not touch my opponent's graveyard? I don't know. Not pick up their cards and read them. Activate the spell. And then effect the send to bring out the token. And then we're going to lose 700. They're reading over it, seeing it is a level 2 token that comes out. And then... Oh, you see them? Look at them. Look at them in the background. Okay, use the token, and the level 4 now. Oh, the token it brings out the tuner? It is a tuner. Okay. Make the synchro. Hey, that synchro's crazy. That synchro's name is nothing. That card would have been insane in Virtual World if Virtual World ever got to have real life gameplay. Because that's how you win in time. It just says summon, burn the opponent for 8. Like Virtual World can make Synchro 6s easily. So they're going to get to special summon back out off the spell and burn the opponent for 800. And also make one of the opponent's monsters lose 800. I actually don't remember exactly what this card does except for its time reason. Okay, during your main phase we can get an extra normal summon. I'm gonna look at the bird card since they just took damage after looking at it. Or changed life points after looking at it. Okay, so it's Shamel, the Desert Storm or Sandstorm. You can send this card from your hand field to graveyard, place one face up. If a Blackwing Synchro monster summoned from your is summoned to your field while it's in the graveyard, you can banish this card, target one Blackwing in your graveyard, add to your hand, and take 700. Okay. So they tried adding to the hand and then taking 700. Then they're going to summon effect to go grab the trap card, which lets you synchro. Imagine he just gets OTK to good. Okay, so now they will turn those into... I'm honestly just going to learn all these cards. Alright, let me look up what this Synchro 6 does. One Dark Tuner, one Non-Tuner. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can send one Blackwing monster from the deck to the graveyard. If you do, this level becomes the monster as the one sent. When this card destroys a monster at battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can banish one Blackwing monster from your graveyard or face upon the field, except the destroyed monster. Special summon... Wait. Okay. Okay. Banish one Blackwing monster from your graveyard or face up field, except the destroyed monster. So I guess if you... It's so worded weird. Special summon the destroyed monster to your field in defense position. So if it beats over something, it gets to take it in defense. What's this Black Winged Assault card? Black Winged Assault. Oh, that's where the Black Winged Dragon was. Okay. This card says, must be either, they get to search during end phase for Druid's Worm. Must either be special synchro summon or special summon from the extra deck by banishing one tuner synchro monster and one Blackwing dragon from your face up or graveyard. Each time the opponent activates a monster effect, place one black feather counter on this card when that effect resolves. If you do, inflict 700 damage to your opponent. During your opponent's turn, you contribute this card with 4 or more Blackwing feather counters on it. Destroy all cards on field. Alright. Okay. So they passed. Now the thing is, I think the Tearlament player is just way ahead, as all this card does is destroy everything on field. Which, like, that's fine. Summon Miri effect. But then we don't get into the counters until after it resolves, so that will go through. Well, let's see, I think we're going to let this go through. Oh my gosh, I gotta read more. Okay, this card says you can send this card from your hand and field to the graveyard. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Send one Blackwing synchro monster or one Blackwing dragon from the extra to the graveyard. And if you do until the end of the turn, the targeted monster loses 700 attack. Also, negate its effects. This is a quick effect if you control a dark synchro monster. You can only use it once per turn. Oh my gosh, and they changed Super Poly. They changed Super Poly, discarding Rhino. Oh my. Use Miri, use their guy, make mud. Miri will resolve. Actually, let me read the chonk real quick. Yeah, we'll still go through. Because it kind of like targets like Baylor. If it was like Ash, then it wouldn't go through. Yeah, so they're explaining here that since it was targeted, and they changed Super Poly to dodge it, that they will no longer be negated. So the mills were TC Boo, Scream, and Planet. I guess put TC Boo in against this deck going second. Okay, Scream can search. Well, Scream can search, Miri confuse. Yeah. I'm gonna chain Magma Mutt on the Miri to interrupt that. That's fine. They can still fuse more. That definitely was not their only play. But they do have the Blackwing trap. They're gonna search Solik off the Scream. Someone said I'm back. Is this guy still grabbing the cards? That's literally how you read the cards, is you pick them up and you read them. You're going to activate Magma Mutts on field effect. And then it's going to activate Druid's Worm to go banish, targeting the level 4. Okay, so banishes that, bring out Druid's Worm, overlay. Do we play Beatrice or Wallow? Okay, makes Beatrice. Okay, anything on... Yeah, it goes ahead, activate Beatrice effect on summon. To go... I think it's on summon, but I don't know, just by how they were moving. But, you know, whatever, not on summon, effect go dump. Because you wouldn't want to actually activate it on summon, but go dump Shaylin. And then put back Shaylin, Rhino. To go bring out Kikalos effect. To go search or dump. Then it's going to go search out Rhino Heart. Alright, so what does this Blackwing player have to attempt to keep themselves in this game? Kikalos effect, target itself, tag out to summon. It's just tough because like the opponent's asking what Kikalos does, and it's like, they're obviously just playing YuGiOh for fun. Like, they're not trying to take it super seriously. But But even if you want to play the game for fun, you really have to know what the best decks do. Otherwise, your fun will just always be day one. Reading Mud Dragon real quick. It does only stop the opponent from targeting the same attribute. I also don't know if Mud Dragon has changed its attribute yet to Dark or something. Someone said, imagine putting Blackwing on stream because you think it'd be fun and unique and they get completely wiped out by Ishizu on his first turn. Okay, so they're thinking in response to Kekalos tagging out. Okay, so it goes ahead and activates the trap card. So it's going to target 2 cards and use them to synchro. Hasn't thought of which ones he wants to do it with. Okay, so the level 4s to go make a level 8. Sounds good to me. So what's that gonna make here? Ooh, an ulti. Sheesh. I mean, that's the Starlight, the ulti. Player likes Blackwings. I can respect it. The Ascendant. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can target up to 2 face-up monsters on the field with defense lower than this card's attacks. Destroy those targets. You can now conduct a battle phase. You activate this effect during each of your opponent's turns. The first Blackwing monster you control destroy a battle. It is not. Wow. Reading that like small text isn't like super hard when it doesn't have that many words on it. But that was a lot. Wait, oh, so Kekalos did not target itself to tag out yet. Okay. So they pop 2 and they get their spell effect to summon back also. So it's going to bring out the Blackwing nothing. And then nothing is going to be able to... Oh, so they decided to not activate Kekalos effect. Interesting. Someone says Silverwind misses timing if Twin Shadow isn't chain 1. It was chain 1. Oh, they did activate Kekalos. Okay. And then new chain link. You're gonna activate Rhino Heart effect. So summon it out, discard Shaylin. And then new chain link. They are going to... I mean, they're going to get some type of effects just looking at the opponent's graveyard, maybe seeing if they have any more interruptions. Depending on how many cards in hand, they might be playing different. So put back Shaylin, Rhino, and Miri. So bring out the Kaleido. And then activate Kaleido effect. And then that's going to out the Synchro. Alright. Battle phase. Oh, the nothing has 24. So they can Beatrice beat over that. Kaleido beat over Magma. 1915. Main phase 2. Right? Or do you have more to push with? Is that the case? Is that the case, or are you just gonna beat over the guys? Holy! I feel like just so many of these decisions are very like basic, unless if I just literally don't know what the card does. Is that the case? Because I might not know what the card does. Oh, they targeted Beatrice with the Synchro to make it lose 800. Okay. So that way, yeah, so that way in XYZ battle, so that way we can Zeus. Okay. Zeus effect to go wipe. Kaleido effect. That'll now bring itself back by dumping. Let's see, what's that dump? That's gonna dump Havness. Alright, set one pass. I guess it doesn't have like any more of like a Solic or anything to go dump. Only has one Solic. Hands in the deck to cut. Alright, pass, draw one. Someone said, why wouldn't you wait till next turn so Kaleido can spin again? I think it's because they have Solic set. It's also about 7 minutes 30 seconds. Looks like there's a judge call because the time's staying still now. Okay, so we will be skipping ahead. I wonder why. Why is this happening right now? Alright, Tearlament 1. Right, we don't have to, Are they going into another game? Is that round over? Can we just go back to the table? That's the deck breakdown for the event, by the way. Ishizu tier, 28%. Sprite, 14%. Flounderies, 10%. 10%. Out of 2,500 players. You do realize that is a good amount of Flounderies players. I don't know why they got the game loss. Let me scroll through chat, see if anyone says it. No one is, no one in chat said anything why it happened. Okay, now they're saying it. Okay, so I guess none of us know then. Alright, on to the next game. Cool, 5 minutes left and we're going first with tier. Weird. Summon, effects, scream, rhino, mill, go dump. I wonder, like, what illegal action did he do that got him a game loss? Like, oh my god, what happened? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. So they're gonna go dump Havness off the Rhino. The Scream milled Rhino Havness. And then they're gonna get Havness and Rhino. They have Scatter Shot in hand too. They're gonna bring out Fuse for Kakalos. New Chain Link, Kakalos 1, Solic 2, any response. Yeah, no one in chat is knowing why the game loss applied. Everyone keeps asking why. So they're gonna search Shaylin and Miri off of this Solic and Kikalos. I also see Talents in his hand and Scatter Shot. Those, so we know the whole hand. That's all 4 cards. The 2 ones that were just added, then the Talents and Scatter Shot. So we're gonna tag out and then effects. So go mill 8, Mudoria, Shaylin, Kelbeck, Rhino, TC Boo, Planet, Kelbeck. New Chain Link, we could go Kelbeck effect. Our opponent probably won't get anything off of it. And if they do, we do have Talons. So Shaylin 1, Kelbeck 2. Yep. I think that's what I would do too. I think they're asking him to turn the deck or something. Okay, no, they're not asking him to turn the deck. So mill 5 on both sides. Alright, they milled Scream, but they also milled multiple traps, so they probably don't have a search target for it anymore. But we are going to get to make our Rue Kalos by putting back the Shaylin and the Kick Kalos. Someone said Tire win in turn 1. In time, Blackworld. Oh, Blackwing wins with burn effects. Blackwing isn't getting a turn unless the clock is wrong. So, discard Scattershot, summon out Shaylin, mill 3. Now, new Chain Link, we can get Scattershot 1, Heartbeat 2, able to chain block the burn damage 2. And then, yep, grab back the Solic, burn them for 500. We could also make Sprint or Elf. They're gonna make Elf and then Sprint maybe. Overlay, make Babushka. Is that the move? Is it Babushka? Or is it Redoer? Okay, so we're gonna make Redoer. Set 1 back row. I don't know, man. That Elf having 14 is kind of scary. We are up 500. Scream will also put their monsters down by 500. And there's only a minute 20 left for them to play through Rue Kalos. All our Redoer, our Solic set. And then also it's just hard because if you do anything, we Redoer, we tag out, we're gonna get Shaylin effect. Shaylin effect's gonna fuse into Kikalos. Kikalos is gonna go fuse into Kaleido. So then like we're doing our own actions and like those actions don't just instantly happen. And with only 50 seconds left, there's really no time. You really have to just throw it all out there and play off instinct. Activate the spell. But I guess there also is burn damage. So maybe they decided me attacking for game in that short period of time, never gonna happen. So now I need to find out my next win condition. How do I burn my opponent for 600? If they can summon a Synchro 6 and everything goes through, they win. Solic to try to negate when they try to go search. So it's going to negate and then send. So send Miri. Miri effect to fuse, putting back itself. Rhino, Shaylin, bring out Kaleido from the extra deck. They are in time. Summons Kaleido. Attack position, Kaleido effect to go spin. Yep, shows them that it is indeed the right things to make it. Kaleido effect. I want to say they spin the monster and not the spell. I feel like you do for sure, right? That stops a decent amount of the Blackwing extenders. Okay, yep, they have to shuffle. Someone said Matt made an illegal play and they could not repair it, so he got a game loss last game. Okay. Oh, and they said we don't know why. I guess I could go back and look at it after I'm done recording, maybe. I doubt there was like, I don't know. There's gotta be something about it. But go banish 6 for prosperity. Now, we do have to burn for 1,000 now because all of our burn damage is halved. So we do have to up our burn damage by a very good amount. Reveal 6, see Magma Mutt, Shifter, Druid's Worm, Prosperity. Play Shifter, by the way. That's... I don't know. I guess this deck works under Shifter. So the rest are going to go to the bottom of the deck. Yep. Prosperity goes to grave. We have the trap in hand. That does let us synchro quick on our turn. Banish to activate the guy that summons itself and put the black whirlwind out. Passes by the black whirlwind, decides I'm not going to go back, I'll find another one. Go brings out black whirlwind and then normal summon from the hand. The poison wind and then poison wind. Since it's summoned, we're going to get black whirlwind effect to go search. They're shuffling his deck right before he goes and searches. Okay, they're going to get Scream Chainlink 2, Mills Havness. So now they get to go search. So I don't know why they cut the deck. Someone said that he needs to get Assault Dragon resolved. What's that? Assault Dragon. So is it like a Blackwing Assault Dragon? Oh, it's the Synchro 10. That's not gonna do anything. Your opponent has to use 2 monster effects while we have that face up. And I guess you could establish it and then hope that they use monster effects, but if you establish it, they would only ever use 1 monster effect, and even then they probably wouldn't ever use any, because it'd be like 1 graveyard effect of a tier monster. They would use like Rukalos, but they'd never use like a tier graveyard effect, so fuse into something else that wouldn't be able to be activated because of your guy being able to shut it down. Just put back Havness, Rhino, bring out Kikalos. Alright. And then they are going to get to Kikalos, grab Havness. Havness can maybe try to hit some Ishizus for graveyard shuffles, since I don't think they hit any last turn. Someone said, who do you think, or who do you guys think is going to play second at this event, and why is it Jesse Cotton? Honestly, fair enough. If Jesse gets second, that'd be funny, just because he got second at so many tournaments. He does deserve a win, though. Summon out Gale. And Gale can be used to half if they want, but they're going to go ahead and redo her there. Detaching the Shaylin. And then we can get Shaylin effect. That's the last tier name. Bring out Dragos to Paleo. Alright. So now, I don't know what they're gonna do. I really don't know Blackwing's goal. How are they gonna get to this burn damage? How do you ever do it? And if there's not a way to do it, then so he needs what? Blackwing, nothing, and he needs the other one. So yeah, the trap's gonna get negated by Rukalos. And they're gonna send Kaleido effect, bring itself out by dumping 1. Blackwing Dragon says this card loses 700 attack for each Blackwing feather counter on it. Once per turn, you can remove all Blackwing feather counters. This card, then target 1 face of monster your opponent controls. They lose 700 attack for each Blackwing counter removed, and if it does, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack lost by this effect. Okay. So what? They have to get to that, and I don't see how they would do that. They'd have to burn themselves a few times while that's up to stop them from actually getting burnt and putting counters on it. So they're still playing through Dragos to Paleo here now. Okay, so what? Wait. So when Dragos Pele a target. Hold on, let me read that level 2. I guess level 1 now. But let me read that card again. You special when during your main phase you can send this card in the field. During your main phase, you send this face card in the field alongside to fuse. Okay, so it's not cost. So they're not going to be able to use it still. If it was cost, they'd just be able to activate it. So now they're going to get their spell effect to summon back. And it looks like they used poison effect and targeted one of their guys. I don't know if that does anything. Okay, so they do have Midoriya engraved. Do they have statue engraved too? No, they don't. Okay, just Midoriya. Midoriya is going to put back Scatter Shot and then their card. Scatter Shot, Crime, and their card. Just never needed Crime back in deck. That's actually a bad mill at this point. Because the only good mill is Scatter Shot. That's true. That's straight facts. Someone says you couldn't go for the Synchro 7 because it was level 1. Oh, it's Synchro 7? Oh my gosh, it is Synchro 7. Oh no, it's level 1. Just call judges now. Someone said commentators for getting level decrease from Stapelia as a classic. Bro, honestly, there's a higher chance that they just didn't know that card was a level 7. But it seems the Blackwing player lost there anyways, even after using it as level 2. Yo, that guy looks very sad. I hope he has a good day. Yeah, that's how I'm going to end it off. He looked very sad. Hope he has a nice day. But with all that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.